My name is Dr. Christopher Nagy, and I'm the Superintendent of Schools for the Burlington County Institute of Technology and Burlington County Special Services School District. Today's Leadership Spark is entitled, Thinking Outside of the Box. In a recent interview of a teacher candidate, I was asked by the candidate at the end of the interview, what is it that I like most about being a superintendent? Without hesitation, I responded, being in a position to create the future that does not yet exist for our students and staff. As we enter the summer months, this is one of the most important times for administrators where we put in motion the focus areas for the subsequent school year. For businesses, it may be a midpoint of the fiscal year and is a time to check progress relative to metrics put in place for the year. It is also a time to ask, how can we be linchpins for organizations to create greater value for those organizations? No matter, here I'm reminded of the importance of thinking differently, without constraints and outside of the box. In 1914, Sam Lloyd released the Cyclopedia of Puzzles, in which he identified a 9-dot problem found behind me, in which an individual was challenged to think outside the box of the 9 dots and to draw 4 lines. On those 4 lines, they were connected all the dots without lifting the pen or pencil. Then the exercise decreased to 3 lines without lifting the pencil or pen. Take a moment to look. University of Penn Wharton professor Russell Ackoff, an American organizational theorist, was well known for organizational management and systems thinking, who examined the work of Lloyd and who looked at individuals and systems and the sum of its parts. The exercise of the 9-dot problem, once attempted for the first time, identifies for most where the term outside the box initiated, as you saw just momentarily. In the exercise, there is no directive provided to stay within the box, but one's mind tends to build a box around the 9 dots, and immediately constraints are put in place and thinking is limited within the box. When looking at the solutions, it is clear that if one were to go outside of the lines, multiple solutions can be realized, and so with our thinking, originality, and innovation. This systems thinking refers me to a recent TED Talk I heard from Dr. Rita Pearson, in which she talked about children today and the importance to understand that every student or child needs an advocate. One who believes in them, encourages them, and ultimately gives them hope. As leaders, we are reminded of the importance to think outside of the box when planning for the future for students, and to be advocates for them, and to create an environment where students can thrive. Too often we hear of the disconnect between the student and the teacher or the subject matter. Enter engaging in teacher connected to the student, and learning increases exponentially. In the book Aristotle's Way by Edith Hall, the author talks about subjective happiness and the understanding as developed by the philosopher Aristotle. In the end, happiness is not about well-being in as much as the lasting state of contentment. Hall makes the key point when she notes that we become happy through finding a purpose, realizing our potential, and modifying our behavior to become the best version of ourselves. As we look to prepare the future, can we not be changed that we want others to be, and to find happiness and fulfillment in our students and ourselves by creating opportunities to discover our purpose, positioning ourselves to realize our potential, while looking at adjusting our behaviors and habits to better versions of ourselves. And, by the way, not just ourselves, but for our children and students. Some questions to ponder. What are some things that you learned about yourself when doing this 9-dot problem and how you think and process? When looking to solve problems, do you tend to go directly to what you cannot do and think more within a box, thus limiting your potential solutions? If you were to be asked what you like about your job and why you're doing it, what would you respond? Does your response reflect inside or outside of the box thinking? And last, have you taken the time to be a child advocate and give them a listening ear and hope?